I am Lynette Seebaran-Suite, Chairman of the Equal Opportunity Commission, and this is the message of the Equal Opportunity Commission on the occasion of International Women's Day for 2017. Did you know that sexual harassment in the workplace is a form of gender discrimination and is also a breach of one's fundamental human rights? Did you know that Trinidad and Tobago has long signed the Convention on the Elimination of Discrimination Against Women, and as such, the state has a responsibility to deal with this evil in our workplace? There are already in existence many avenues of redress. First of all, we have the Constitution of the Republic, which in Section 4 contains the Declaration of Rights and specifically prohibits discrimination on the basis of a number of grounds, including, most importantly, sex. Beyond that, did you know that it is a fundamental term of the contract of employment that the employer must provide a safe system of work? And if it is that the employer does not attend to complaints of sexual harassment in the workplace, this is a breach of the contract of employment. Indeed, the Industrial Court, as long ago as the 90s, in the Landmark Republic Bank case, has specifically declared sexual harassment in the workplace to be an offense which is punishable by discipline or indeed by firing. Now, one of the major issues on this vexed question of sexual harassment surrounds the question of definition. What are clear-cut forms of sexual harassment in the workplace would, for example, be pressure for dates and sexual favors in return for employment or keeping employment or preferment in the workplace. Beyond that, you have inappropriate gestures, words, layers. You have inappropriate the visual undressing that is sometimes a feature of the workplace and makes both men and women, the victims, uncomfortable if it is that they are at the receiving end of it. You also have a more clear-cut, more easily defined form of sexual harassment in the workplace, which would be touching, pinching, patting, cornering, boxing in, and that sort of thing, which in any event already constitutes the offense of assault, or indeed assault and battery in some instances where there's touching, and which are already offenses recognized by the criminal law. The emerging form of sexual harassment in the workplace involves, as is so often in the modern era, social media. Whether we are speaking about Instagram, the tweeting, WhatsApping, sending of inappropriate emails, messages that create a hostile and uncomfortable environment for the recipient, so that when you experience it, you know it. Now, what can you do if it is that you are a victim of sexual harassment? And indeed, if it is that it is the boss who is making the inappropriate advance, what can you do? First of all, it's very important that you document the incidents as they happen in terms of diarizing them, logging them, making complaints at the earliest possible time, and indeed where you do not consider it to be too much of an invasion of your privacy, letting others know that this is happening contemporaneously with the events. Now, it's also important to capture if it is that there is video or if it is that there are witnesses, so that when the time comes, you will be able to prove your allegation. Now, one of the biggest bugbears when you're dealing with sexual harassment in the workplace is victimization, because so frequently, if you're dealing with a workplace, even which has a code, if the workplace does not have the ethic and if the higher echelons of management do not set the tone, then you run a serious risk in complaining of victimization. But the real message that I want to get out today, and the important message I want to get out, is that the Equal Opportunity Commission is the ideal vehicle for making a complaint of sexual harassment. Now, the procedure with the Equal Opportunity Commission is that you lodge your complaint, whether online or in writing, and then the complaint is investigated by the personnel of the Equal Opportunity Commission. It is a conciliatory process, and we do have the power to compel the attendance of the employer, although it is a conciliatory process. However, if there is not a resolution in the conciliatory process, then the complaint can be kicked up to the Equal Opportunity Tribunal, which has the status of a high court and which is really the engagement of a formal court process, and the end result of which can be the award of damages or reinstatement or any other form of remedy that the Equal Opportunity Tribunal considers appropriate. In terms of actually lodging a complaint with the Equal Opportunity Commission, this can be done online, accessing our website at www.equalopportunity.gov.tt, or one can come into our offices at Manic Street off Ramsaran Street, very centrally located in Chaguanas, for the lodging of your complaint.